Hi, students. How are you? And happy Thankful Thursday. So it'll be a fun day to just be thankful for little things. So we've got a Thankful Thursday prompt about something you like to do when you are bored. And I am so thankful that when I get bored, I don't just sit around and remain unproductive or get sad. I have so many little projects around my house, or I have one of my grandchildren, I'll make a little dress for my granddaughter, or um, I love to do those Sudoku puzzles. Oh my gosh, I think those are great. I'll do those. So, I'm just giving thanks for for knowing how to keep myself busy when I'm bored and to keep from being bored by having so many little projects and games and puzzles, things I like to do. So, have a thankful Thursday and think of things that you can be thankful for that you can do when you're bored. So, our objective today, we're going to do an order of operations self checking worksheet today. We've been working on order of operations. We've done some pretty hard problems, but I think these now we're going to put it together, but these are going to be a little bit easier than some of the ones we've done. And I hope you can do more of them on your own. I just wanted to say that more of you are putting your cameras on. Hooray, hooray for that. I just think that makes us feel like a family. And a lot of you are starting to really show those papers at the end of the period. I've been really happy with what I'm seeing. So thank you for that. Our essential question: what is the correct order for performing the operations when evaluating an expression? And our assignment, so we've talked about our do now, our objective, our essential question. Our assignment is we do our do now in the Teams class notebook. We'll watch this video and complete the page, and then we'll answer the exit ticket question. And please remember, show me your work. That really helps me know what to teach the next day, and it helps guide my lesson. So I appreciate that from you. Um, I know you might be getting tired of these order of operations rules, but you know what? We do things in math over and over and over again until you've got it perfect. I want you to wake up in the morning and I want you to say grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication and division before subtraction and addition, working always from left to right, right? So let's make that something that you really make your own and you're so high school ready next year. If you didn't get to finish, please just finish up after class. So you're doing very good with the cameras on. I'm starting to see more and more of that. I'm glad when you respond at the beginning, middle, and end of the period. I'm so happy to see your work. A couple of you do still email, but it's really to show it to me on camera at the end of the period is sufficient. I just think it's much easier, and I'm able to see it pretty good. This is all working out pretty well. So I appreciate your cooperation with that. And if you have any questions, don't put them in the chat. Send me an email so it can, I can be very thoughtful in my response and careful. So tomorrow is our superhero day. If you've got a real or fictional superhero, do something that reminds us of who that superhero is. That might be a parent or an uncle or an aunt or grandparent or maybe Superman. So think about that and you can be a little bit clever. So for our do now, we have let's enjoy Thankful Thursday. Name one thing you like to do when you're bored. Well, first of all, how thankful are we that we can sometimes have free time and just be bored? That we have a life that we can sometimes just take a moment to relax. And I talked about some of the things I'm thankful for, but I'd like you to share them in class and also write them down here. Do you collect Pokemon cards? Do you just like to sink into a really good book? So it's good to think about that and have those things available to you when you're bored. So we will come back to our exit ticket, but for now, we're going to do our order of operations self-checking worksheet. So go ahead and put your name. Today is January 21st, 2021. 1/21/2021. So we're going to start with the first question, then the answer that we get in the first for the first problem goes in the blank space in the second problem, and so forth. And when we are finished, we should end up with 37 as our final answer. Okay, with this first problem, we need to multiply 8 times 10, which is 80, and then we have 111 minus 80, which will give us 31. So the 31 goes right here. Now take a look at this next problem. 54 minus 31 plus 130 minus 101. Well, we've got a grouping symbol here, these parentheses. So let's do that first. 130 minus 101 is 29. Now we have subtraction, addition, and we don't do subtraction before addition. What we do is subtraction and addition in whatever order they appear from left to right. So let's make a little note here. We're going to go from left to right with with subtraction and addition. So here in this case, we will subtract, then add. And of course, that's after we've already evaluated inside the parentheses. So 54 minus 31 is 23. And then 23 plus 29 is 52. And that's our final answer. So let's put that in the next problem. Now we have 104 divided by 52 plus 9 times 5. Well, we have to evaluate those separately. So 104 divided by 52 is 2. And 9 times 5 is 45. Then we just add those, 2 plus 45, which equals 47. We'll put that 47 in the next problem. Okay, number 4, 195 minus 47 minus 36 times 2. Well, multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. So 36 times 2 is 72. So now we have 100 minus 45 minus 72. And 195 minus 47 is 148. So this part here is 148. And then we have 148 minus 72, which will equal 76. Let's go on. Put the 76 on the next line. And let's look at what we have for number 5. We have 163 minus 44 divided by 12 minus 76. So the first thing we need to do is evaluate 144 divided by 12, which is 12. Now we have 163 minus 12. So 163, I'm just trying to think if I have enough room to write all this. This will be 151, and 151 minus 76 equals 75. And we'll put our 75 on the next line. Okay, we have 75 minus the quantity of 50 minus 1, so that's in parentheses, plus 44. We have to work in the parentheses first, so 50 minus 1 is 49. So now we have 75 minus 49 plus 44. 75 minus 49 equals 26, and 26 plus 44 equals 70. Now these are getting longer, these props. I think I'm going to use the scrap paper. So we've got number 7 which, if I remember correctly, is 88 minus 70 plus 88 divided by 11 times 3. Now, you might be tempted to cancel out the 88, but it's a plus 88, so you can't do that. You might be tempted to work from left to right, but we have to notice that we have a division in the middle and we have a multiplication at the end. Well, multiplication and division are done from left to right. So, and they're all done before addition and subtraction. So I'll start with 88 divided by 11, which will be 8. And now I have 8 times 3. I'll do that next, which is 24. And I still have the 88 minus 70 plus 24. So 88 minus 70 is 18, and 18 plus 24 equals 42. So that's the answer to number 7. Okay, number 8. Let's change our color. Number 8. And we have, looks like 42 divided by 7 times the quantity of 15 minus 9 equals what? So I've got 42 divided by 7 multiplied by a quantity, grouping symbols first. 15 minus 9 is 6. Now I have division and multiplication. I have 42 divided by 7 times 6. I can just work from left to right. So 42 divided by 7 equals 6, and 6 times 6 equals 36. So that's number 8. And we'll go ahead and take that answer and put it on the next line. And again, let's rewrite this problem on our scrap paper so we can have more room to work. So number 9, we have in parentheses the 36 that we got from the answer prior, divided by 6 plus 2. So be careful, we have 3 quantities in parentheses, and all of that is multiplied by 11. Well, we need to work within the parentheses first, and we even need to use gems within the parentheses. We have division, we have an addition. We have to start with the division. 36 divided by 6 is 6. Then we have plus 2, that's still in parentheses, times 11. Well, 6 plus 2 is 8, and we have our times 11. 8 times 11 equals 88. And we're on our last problem. And again, we're going to use the scrap paper. And number 10 is 88 minus 31 minus 40 divided by 2 equals, and it's supposed to equal 37, but let's check it out. So 88 minus 31 minus 40 divided by 2, we have to start with the division. 40 divided by 2 is 20. So 88 minus 31 minus 20 will work from left to right. So 88 minus 31 equals 57, and 57 minus 20 equals 37. and our answer checks. So good job with that. I hope they're getting a little easier for you. Let's complete our exit ticket. To remember the order of operations rules, I can use GEMS, G standing for grouping symbols. And that would be parentheses, brackets, braces, the squiggly ones. That also means the vinculum or fraction bar. And it also means absolute value bars. E is for exponents and radicals. M is for multiplication and division. And we're working from left to right. And S is for subtraction and addition. And again, we are also working from left to right. So remember, students, it's not multiplication before division. It's multiplication and division. So if division comes first, left to right, you will do the division before the multiplication. But all multiplication and division must be done before any subtraction and addition. And again, it's not subtraction before addition, it is subtraction and addition, always working from left to right. So if you have an addition in front of a subtraction going left to right, you would do that first, as long as you have already done all of the multiplication and addition. So order of operations just takes a little practice. But as you practice, you know what happens. You'll be great.